crush it, believe in aliens, believe in God, believe in whatever you want to believe in. Go out and make a great effort. Go out and take things to the next level. Don't be scared to take chances. Make sure you know who's loyal to you. Make sure you call and you give effort to those friends, those people you love, so you're not just one-sided. Make sure you're putting in the effort, showing comfort, showing empathy and sympathy. I know I'm working on that. You should work on that as well. Also, make sure that you're tough and strong. You're not in toxic relationships. You're not wasting your time in toxic situations. And make sure that you're betting on yourself and you're doing the things you need to do to succeed, so you quit sitting around finding excuses, because tomorrow's not promised. It's a gift. Go out and crush it. Bam! When you own your problems, or you own your wins, and you own your losses, and you own your struggles, and you own, your fears, and you own your anxiety, and you own your success, and you own your talents, you're able to own things and get in front of them. I think things are a lot easier than try to hiding from things, whether you're winning or losing. When you're trying to go below the radar, I don't think that's the route to take. It's just my opinion. And so one thing that I'm trying to push myself to do is to not put my pride in front of things. And you'll see as my show comes out, I'm very vulnerable and honest. I talk about how I've lost everything. I've talked about how I've mortgaged my house. I've sold cars. I'm not making money. I'm having to build a business again. I'm having to start over. I talk about these things because that's real. I always say this, it shouldn't be one day, it should be day one. So whether today's January 8th, January 3rd, January 1st, January 15th, whatever the day it is, you make it day one, not one day to make the changes. And one of the things that you need to change is to make yourself more available to those that you care about, more concerned and involved for those that you love. Because I know that's what I'm working on, and I know everybody can work on that a little bit.
So I went to St. Anthony's, and we had sex ed, which is crazy. Catholic school, we had sex ed, and it was taught by a priest. Who better to teach about sex than someone who vowed never to have sex? That's a good idea. It was one of the cutest girls in class, and everybody wanted to bang her. So she raised her hand and she said, "Brother Ralph, this is," I promise you, I had no intention of being funny. She raised her hand. She says, "Brother Ralph, if you're giving a guy oral sex and he ejaculates in your mouth, can you get pregnant?" That's something I can't make that up. I kid you not. If you're giving a guy oral sex, he ejaculates in your mouth, can you get pregnant? I'm writing in my pad, and my brain said, "Say this shit. Don't think about it. Just say it." I said, "Nah, you'll just have baby teeth."
Oh my God. You said that in the class?
The entire class erupted. This white guy walked up. This had to be... His social security number was Roman numeral 2. Like, he was old as shit. He was wrinkled that you couldn't iron the wrinkles out of this dude. And he's all shrewd up. He said, "Hey man, I don't usually take to your kind." I was like,
"You're like this."
I'm like, I had to fuck this prune up. So and he says, "But you one funny son, man. I love you, man. You are the funniest son, bitch." He said, "Anytime you come this way, I'm going to be right there in the front row, man. You made me laugh, man. And I love you for that." And I was like, whoa. My comedy made races, at least for 1 hour.
Broke the wall.
Broke the wall.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to that man. He probably went and killed three black people after that.
Maybe.
But,
possible.
But for
West
a moment,
Virginia,
he's
possible.
like, yeah, maybe I should just drive by and yell at him. But you know what I'm saying? Before a butterfly becomes a butterfly, he has to be a caterpillar and sit in a cocoon and fight his way out. Little boy tried to cut a caterpillar out of a cocoon. His father stopped and said, "No, that struggle that he's going through is necessary. You know, you want muscles. You got to get in the gym. Is your body going to hurt? Nothing worthwhile will come without a struggle or pain involved, because once you get to that, the appreciation for what you went through will be far greater, and you would cherish what you have once you reach that destination. I used to be in the retail business. I used to run a tie store, tie accessories. But one thing, people would bring in suits, and it'd be like a gray suit. They say, "Hey, I want to match up a tie with this." So you would think, "Oh, burgundy or blue," but if you look at the suit pattern, there's a fine line, you know, like a pinstripe of a yellow that you really can't see with your naked. You got to really look at it. And so I'll pull over a color and they're like, "What the hell are you doing?" And when I lay it against the pattern of the suit, now that color that wasn't so obvious now stands out. It's like, wow, I never saw that. That's the way I approach my writing of material, where, yeah, you looking at it and you see gray, But if you look a little deeper, you'll see different colors in there that you would bring if you brought to a person's attention. They didn't see it until you brought attention to it. You know what I mean? So I guess that's the best analogy that I can kind of use to describe my writing style of comedy. So we tend to be in competition with everyone else. And when you're so busy, when you're looking to see who's on your side, you're not looking at yourself.
Yep.
If you got to pay attention to what's going on around you, oh, I got to keep up with this guy. He's getting. You're not worrying about your lane. Now you're out of your lane.
Yeah.
And before you realize it, you off the track.
And a lot of young people out there, a lot of young cats, they quit too early. They walk up to the stairs, Aiden, and they look and they see, man, that 100th floor is too high. I can't make it, and they quit. And you, my man, I think you looked at, all right, I want to get there, but I'm going to focus on getting to level 2, then level 3, then level 4. And it's always take the stairs. I talk about it in my book. Like, you can't, there's no elevator in life. You have to put in the work in the stairs, and you have to stumble a little bit because it humbles you and it makes you want it more. And it makes you appreciate it more. Like, you're the type of dude, whether it's on your side of the ball or not, you go 110% every play, because that's when you actually gain, experience, wisdom, strength, is in the moments that it doesn't count, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've always been a big believer in controlling the controllables. I believe that's one aspect of things that it gives me peace of mind at the end of the day. If you play a game, you're not going to have your best game every single game, but if you play a game, have a practice, and that you gave it your all, that your preparation was great, everything was great leading up to it, but sometimes it's not the outcome you want. You got to be able to live with that, and I'm able to live with that through controlling those controllables. And obviously that's emptying the tank every time I'm out there.
I can see it every time. You play to win. You don't play it safe.
I mean, it all starts in that confidence in yourself, and it all starts in the mental preparation and what you believe in and what you believe in about yourself. And if you don't have strong convictions about yourself, about what you do, you're going to crumble. And I've always been one. Obviously, with a lot of the manifesting things that I've talked about, all the journaling, all that stuff, it's all kind of like self-talk for me. It's self-talk. It's reassuring my brain constantly with the repetition of saying those necessary things to put my mindset all the way to the stratosphere and really rise above all the other BS, the opinions, all of that. You're not going to be able to achieve those things that you're manifesting in your head, that you're thinking about, if you don't take the sacrifices and you don't put the work in. Because if I told you that I just write things down on a piece of paper and it comes true, it'd be an absolute lie. It's something that it's an everyday battle. It's off season. It's in the workouts. It's getting everything I can out of my workouts. It's putting the right things in my body. Obviously, staying away from alcohol, just stuff like that in terms of making those sacrifices. So I can't just say that I write things down on a piece of paper and they come true. I think it's every day. It's 365. Of making the sacrifices, and you want to get to that point, you got to work and you got to cut the BS out your life and focus on your career and where you want to get to.
When people think you're worth nothing, when people treat you like you're nothing, you can still dictate the result. You can still dictate the outcome. You can still control your destiny. You can put the work in. You can fight back. You can believe in yourself. And eventually people will believe in you again, and you can get to where you want to go. When people think you're worth nothing, when people treat you like you're nothing, you can still dictate the result. You can still dictate the outcome. You can still control your destiny. You can put the work in. You can fight back. You can believe in yourself. And eventually people will believe in you again, and you can get to where you want to go. I fell in love with watching the Detroit Lions. I've been watching the Lions. I haven't missed a game, whether I watch it live on TV or I'm in person, since 1989 when Barry Sanders was drafted and his first game was against the Arizona Cardinals. That was the first time I watched the Detroit Lions, and I haven't missed one since. So we're talking 35 years. I've been watching the Detroit Lions and haven't missed a game. So I feel like I'm one of the biggest fans ever. And for those that know me, they know the Detroit Lions are everything to me. I had to believe in myself. I had to get back on the horse. I had to try to ride again. And now I'm there and I'm riding again, and things are starting to take off again, and people believe in me again, and I'm building a new company, and we're still fighting the fight against Generac and trying to get all these customers their money back by joining these class action lawsuits against them and holding them accountable as they should be, because they should have done a national recall. All these things that's happening, and I feel like the Lions story and Jared Goff is similar to what I'm going through personally. So it touched me deeply. It made me feel like, you know what? There is light at the other side. In life, the comeback is bigger than the setback. I want to pay attention to all of the things that we're going through to get to the next level, to break that door down, to take it to where we want to go and not be stuck in the mud. I've always been a big fan in life, and I've preached about it. Don't have a plan B, because go all in on plan A. And parts of me still believe that, but dude, you better have somewhat of a plan B, because I'm telling you from experience, the devastation, the loss that I had trying to do this comeback is hard. I mean, yes, you're smarter. Yes, you have more wisdom. Yes, you've done it before. Yes, you can overcome that. Yet, but the problem is it's your impatience kicks in. Your frustration kicks in. You envy the life that you once had. You're like, oh, we used to be able to do this, and we'd fly private, and we'd do that, and things change. And so when you lose all that and you're humbled, you're like, now, how do I get back there? And what it's really, 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 really made me realize is I'm not trying to get back there. I'm not trying to get back to being worth several $100 million and having a jet. Of course, those things are nice. I'm not going to sit here and bullshit you and say, I don't wonder if I can make money. That'd be a lie. But I will tell you that it's about happiness. You got to stay hungry and never feel comfortable. You've got to be comfortable being uncomfortable. But I fall off the wagon because I'm human, and I forget what's important, which is family, which is love, which is caring, which is inspiring, which is elevating. I've got to be a better father. I've got to be a better husband. I got to do all the things better, right? And I think in the rebuild mode, you're actually working more, so it seems like it's harder to do that. But really, it's not, because you can appreciate the things that you have more than when you had everything. See, when you had everything, you have nothing to chase. So you take a lot of things for granted, including people. I'm starting to see who my real friends are. People I thought were my real friends aren't. And it hurts. Hurts my feelings. I'm human. I ain't gonna fucking sit here and act like I'm too tough to have feelings. I got feelings. My feelings are hurt. There are people I was close to that I loved, that I thought were my people. And when they quit getting paid from me, my company, they went away. Things that I thought they weren't. People I thought were there for me forever, no matter what. Oh, we're brothers. It's not true. They're shallow in that when it's good for them and they're making money off you, or they're getting a benefit from you, or you're on top and they want to ride your coattail, it's good. When it's not helping them, they bail. And that's sad. And so we've got to do better in society, like our TV stations, our news, the media, all these social media outlets that are just brainwashing our kids with hate and bullshit and anger and drawing lines between race and religion and friendship and politics is sickening. It's easier to just say, dude, we're human beings. We're not aliens, okay? We're human beings. We all have feelings. We all have hurts. We all have needs. We all have wants. We all want to be liked. My advice to you is be a ninja. What do I mean by being a ninja? Navigate through your shit. It's all technical. It's tactical. It's strategic. I even eat fast. I eat a meal I don't enjoy it. I crush it. I don't know why. I eat like somebody's going to steal my food. I eat like I grew up in the hood, like everyone in my family. And I kind of grew up. I grew up in a trailer park. But I'm worried someone's going to take my food. I shouldn't eat fast. My son eats fast. We just gone. Everyone's like, you're done. I'm like, yeah, I'm done. That's how I do everything in life. That's how I build a business. That's how I do everything. And sometimes I'm struggling with this, y'all. Sometimes I've got to just stop, smell the roses, enjoy the moment, quit chasing that destination so much. I hate saying that, dude, because I'm one that's like, create your map and get there. No excuses. Let's go. No days off. I'm telling you, sometimes you need days off, dude. And I learn every day. Every day is a struggle. Every day is a win. Every day is a blessing. Every day is hard. Every day can be easy. We don't give enough time, including myself, of actually enjoying the day, of actually spreading your arms out in the green grass and breathing and saying, you know what, life is fantastic. if we're friends, my family, my friends, we're all together. My kids are the same way. My wife's the same way. We're in this battleship together. And we either win together or we sink together. There is no way off the battleship. We're in it together. I've got your back. You've got mine. You know, when you trust partners, you trust business vendors and relationships in business, you got to remember that a lot of those folks aren't trustworthy. Like, they're out for their own business, and you got to worry about your business first. When it comes to regret, when it comes to feeling guilty, is that you can only do what you can only do. And if you don't like the results, change what you're doing. But you got to stay focused. You got to stay believing in yourself. You got to stay hungry. You got to make sure that no matter what, you don't get stagnant. No matter what, you stay humble. You have to be able to pay attention to what's in front of you. That's why the windshield's bigger than the rearview mirror. That's why you got to look forward and not backward. It is so important when we go through our days. You're not going to get everything done that you want to get done sometimes. That's going to happen. You're not going to feel like you gave 100%. The fact that you have this guilt, the fact that you have this regret, this feeling of I could have gave more, I could have done more, I could have just one more push-up, one more sit up, one more phone call, one more effort to fix that relationship. You start to do that, that's a good thing. Just don't spend a lot of time doing it, because what are you doing if I'm spending a lot of time doing it? I'm not focusing on today, which is right in front of me. I'm still focusing on the past. The goal is to focus on today and tomorrow, but it's okay. It's healthy to have this guilt and regret of I could have done more yesterday, because what is that going to do? That's going to push you more today. That's going to put you in the moment right now to go out and crush the day, to not wait for the day to come to you, but you're going to go get the day. To not one day I'm going to be successful, but day one I'm going to be successful. You have to get some of these smaller things done in order to build up the momentum to stay focused on what's important, because it's very easy to lose focus. I mean, I do it sometimes. I get frustrated, I get tired, I get worn out. I mean, even this morning, I'm like, dude, I don't want to get up. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. Oh, can I just go to bed and take a break and somebody else do it today? I know you guys can relate to that. We all run through days like that, right? But you got to put your all right, attaboy, attagirl, kick your own ass, and you got to go. You got to go, because you don't get a do-over. And every moment you waste, you won't get it back. Every hour you waste, it ain't coming back. So you got to put in the work. You got to put a dent in this universe, man. I'm doing everything I can, building the out of this, so we can put a dent in this universe, so I can look back in 5 months, 8 months, 10 months, 12 months, 16 months, 20 months ago. Hell yeah. All that work and sweat and tears and fight and argue and toughness and anxiety and stress and failure that just kept hitting to get to the success is worth it. But right now, when you're in it, it sucks. When you're not focused and you allow the tiredness, the anger, the depression, the anxiety, the storms to weigh down on you where you can't advance to do what you need to do, and it slows you down, the day defeated you. The hour defeated you. So you got to worry about trying to conquer the hour and win the day, right? Conquer the hour, win the day. How do you do that? Focus on what's at hand. Conquer that You got to conquer that hour. I lost this hour, Jayson. That's fine. Conquer the next hour. And you just keep conquering, and then you focus on, did I win the day or did I lose the day? And if I won the day, what happens next? Okay, well, now I got to focus on winning tomorrow, because this doesn't end. There's no break. Now, what I'm doing a little different than what I used to do is I'm smelling the roses and trying to enjoy the journey rather than trying to just get to the destination. I'm trying to enjoy and savor the journey. You know, when you first open a business, you're involved in it more. And then when you get a little bigger, you kind of just you're like, all right, you got people to do that. Let me focus on this. Well, I'm kind of in the middle right now. I'm trying to get things done fast, but I'm also savoring those moments and developing the people around me to be better. And that's key. You want to build a strong business or strong foundation or strong nucleus of people you work with, or even a family. You've got to continue to develop people and level them up. Take it from me. You can lose everything in one day and not know it. And it can be out of your control. And everybody out here pounds their chest and you control everything. No, you don't. You can only control how you react to everything. Let me say that again. You can't control everything. You can only control how you react to everything. What does that mean? Well, that means you can't control if you're going to win or lose today. You can't control if you're going to fall in love or not fall in love. You can't control if your spouse is going to be good or not be. If your partners are going to be truthful or not going to be truthful. If your business is going to survive, it's not going to survive. If you can't control losing somebody, you can't control hurting. Like there's obviously decisions you can make, but you can't control things like you think you can. You can only control what you can control, which is your action or reaction to something. period. We're going to talk about staying between the buoys and staying focused on what's important to you. That's right, because too many times we get stuck in the abyss. We get stuck in the mud. We get stuck in the swamp. We allow outside influence to change our mindset on how we're going to handle ourselves, how we're going to carry out the day, how we're going to finish the day, how we're going to interact with people that we care about, we love, and people that we don't like. All that matters. Everything's about reaction, not action. That's correct. It's about how you react to things, not how you act on things. And people try to pay attention too much to the action. It's how you react. Life is throwing you all kinds of softballs, bullets, baseballs, footballs, spikes, darts. You got to deal with it all. It's just coming. You've got to be able to dodge and be like the Matrix. You got to be able to handle your situation correctly and stay focused on what's important.